Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's session we are going to discuss how you can have Power Automate embedded in MS Teams and how we can automate the tasks or whatever automation we want to have within the Teams within the Power Automates there itself. So as you can see, I have launched MS Teams in a web mode, and I have my Teams over there, and if you see, there are three dots where we can add the apps. So recently Power Automate has been added within the apps, and earlier it used to call as flows. Now just a couple of weeks back I think they have renamed that as Power Automate. So if you type in Power Automate, you would able to find that up. Alright, so from there itself you can add that app, and I'm going to add that. So when you click on add, it will start appearing there in your app list and as well as under your tabs. So now you can see on the home page itself you have all your flows which you have created, and in respect within Teams, whether you directly created from flow.microsoft.com or within the Teams, all will appear which is having a connection with MS Teams. So right now you can see you can just simply turn off and on status with a simple this dashboard. You can simply look at who are the owners, and it's much more simplified view rather than like logging into flows and then finding out that what flow is being binded with your teams. So I like that view. It's pretty decent and simplified one. And when you want to create any flow, you can click on create, and you may see there are few templates which have already been given, and those are very useful one as well. So for example, notify a team when a new response is submitted. So whenever you are taking any survey from MS Teams and whenever some forms get submitted, you can simply notify your teams that the response has been submitted, and they can review the responses in a report. So that sort of binding you can do, and there are other several useful templates which are there. When a status of task planner in changes planner changes to complete, notify a channel. So this one is pretty useful because in my organization I used to manage the task, so without going to like planner and looking what is being completed or not, I just simply get a message within my Teams channel that this task has been completed on this date. So very useful one. And the other one, there are several ones. So notify a team when a new item is created in SharePoint list, and as well as save a message to OneNote. So this kind of very useful one as well, because I used to keep the track all my notes in OneNote. So whenever some chat is going on, so I would like to save those notes in OneNote. So this pretty Power Automate do that stuff for me. So kind of very useful. And scheduling a meeting with a message sender, this is also a very interesting one. So whenever you are chatting with any of your colleague and you would like to schedule any meeting, then simply you need to click on that right click of your chat and then simply schedule the meeting without going to Outlook. So pretty good stuff, pretty good templates over there. You can try your hands. And for the demo, I would be taking this the planner changes whenever task is changing planner. So I'm clicking on that one, and it will open up that pop-up which we are familiar with. We can just give the name of my flow. It's let's say schedule meeting, and for I'm adding prefix so that I can identify that this is my flow, or you can add up your more sensible name. I'm just creating continuing. Now you can see it's asking for planner group, because in planner, if I just log into the planner, you can see this sort of planner looks like. You can have your plan in place. For example, you are working on some intranet portal project, so you can say intranet project, and you would like to give it a view, so I'm just keeping that as private. So this will create one planner for me, and now I can add up the tasks. So these tasks can be to-do tasks, so I can say design home page, and I just add that task. So now this task has been added. Now I can go back to my Power Automate. I can do a refresh so that I can find my project. So now you can see I just added this project over there. So I can just select this intranet project, and under that planner ID I get these options. So I can just select intranet project, that was my plan, and which team you would like to notify whenever something gets changed. So it could be you would like to notify your intranet project team. So you can just simply select the team and you need to select the channel. So I would like to notify my projects channel. So that's pretty configuration is done, and when I click on create flow, it will create that flow for me. So it's done. And if I go back to my Power Automate homepage, I should be able to see that flow created over here in my dashboard. Now you can see, so though like we created one task in planner and we renamed that flow as a wrong one, so I would like to rename that to the correct. So my this flow should be notify intranet project completion tasks. So I've just renamed that, so it makes sense now. And if I go back to my home screen, I can see it's on, and I would like to just test that out whether my teams get notified or not whenever a new project task gets changed. So this is my design home task, and now being a developer I can log in there and change the task to completed. I have done my work and I have completed that task. I can simply just close that out, and I'll just go to my teams, and I said my project team in XIMT should receive that notification. So the flow takes a while, so I can just log into my flow again. So just look at the status whether my flow ran successfully or not. So from the home page itself you can click on it and you would find that what was the last running status. So it's still running. Now it succeeded. So now we can just go to our teams channel just to look at it. Okay, so in my projects channel I got this updated from planner. The status of this task 100% completed. The title was design homepage. So it's pretty awesome. Like if you are working within a big team, then rather than tracking each and individual task, you can just simply have that binded. The project manager can have that binded so that everybody gets updated whatever being status of that project. So I just gave you demo of this pretty useful template. You can again try your hands with other templates. So I can simply pull out one more so that we should be comfortable. So I'm just going to create again, and with this this time I'll choose a schedule a meeting with the message, and now I'll type that as meeting with my team. Alright, so these are using connection as Microsoft Teams and Orchestra users. So now when I say create flow, it asks me to a couple of configuration. So which calendar would like to use? So I can say calendar and the time zone. So I'm saying US EST time and create that flow. The flow has been created, and again if you go to the home page you can have a look what it does. It must have created couple of activities, actions. If I click on meeting with my team, I could see, and when I click on edit, I could see it has created 4 or 5 actions, and that's for selected message because we are going to trigger that flow for a specific message, and then it will just do some calculations with the meeting time and all that stuff and create some meeting. And if I go to my Teams or any of the chats, let's say for example I'm chatting with my colleague, and after chatting I think like it requires a meeting to be scheduled, then you can simply go on the three dots, and under the more actions you would able to see your this flow. So this is not refreshed as of now, so let's wait for a couple of seconds more. I'm pausing this. Yep, so now you can see this meeting with my team had starting appear. So when I click on this one, it will open me a pop-up within the Teams itself where I can type the subjects. So let's say it's a project review meeting, and you can specify the dates. So let's say 22 and the timing, and simply you can say submit. So it will create one event or calendar event invite within your Outlook for that specific person. So that sort of you can simply automate your small stuff within that Teams itself, rather than going to the logging to the flow.microsoft.com separately. You can manage all your stuff within the Teams. So that's kind of pretty useful, which I find. So hopefully the same for you. And that's it for today. Thank you.